I'd like to welcome everyone, student athletes, parents, Attleboro Varsity Booster Club members, Principal Rooney, coaches, and guests to our fall varsity jacket night. Tonight, with the hard work and support from the Attleboro Varsity Booster Club, under the leadership of Erin Croto and Nancy Block, we are here to celebrate our fall varsity athletes. Let's give them a round of applause. The last year and a half has been very difficult for everyone. Trying to get our student athletes back playing sports, the things they love best to do after school during COVID, has been a huge challenge. I would like to thank our school committee, central and school administration, led by our superintendent Dave Sawyer and principal Bill Rooney, along with Mark Furtado, Jason Parento, and our athletic department staff, Penny Cuffrey, Peter Pereira, Pat Dunn, and our coaches. Collectively, along with our student athletes and support from our families, we've been able to provide our athletes an opportunity to play sports and represent AHS. So thank you all very much. Congratulations to our student athletes receiving varsity jackets this evening. You have earned a varsity jacket for your commitment, your sacrifices, and your roles you play with your teams. Whether you're a sophomore, junior, or senior being recognized tonight, this award is the highlight in your athletic achievement here at Attleboro High School. Also, a special thanks to our coaches, whose support has provided opportunities every day for our student athletes to learn valuable life lessons while representing Attleboro High School through athletics. A nice round of applause for our coaches. And now, we'd like to introduce our principal, Mr. Bill Rooney.
Thank you, Mr. Houle. I have another commitment, so I will be leaving shortly, but this was important enough to me to be able to be here tonight to express my congratulations to you and your families. We had a lot of rounds of applause up here. I think we owe Mr. Houle a warm round of applause as well for his great leadership. What a tremendous fall. I spent a lot of time in the gym watching volleyball and I was able to get to football, but the perseverance of the soccer teams, cheer finishing third, fourth in the state, just so much to be proud of. I continue to be impressed with how our student athletes and their families are navigating this awful situation we have with COVID-19. And I think things are starting to get a little better. School's feeling a little more normal. But the fall season was definitely an indication that Attleboro's here to stay. The Blue Pride definitely lives here. Just seeing the support from your classmates, the members of the Pound that come out and support you at your various events, the way you support one another on social media is really heartwarming to me, not only as principal but also as a parent. A lot of thank yous to give tonight. I want to really encourage you as student athletes to make sure that you thank your family. Because many of you have been participating in this sport, or at least a sport, since you were in probably elementary school, middle school, and in the early part of your high school years. Those are not easy times for your parents because of the fact that they've got their own work lives, or they've got their own homes that they have to juggle, and then they're driving you to and from practices, to and from games. When things don't go well for you, things don't go well for them. As a parent, I can tell you, we hurt for you just as much as it hurts you inside. So please make sure that you take the opportunity to thank your families. This is also an opportunity to thank your coaches. I was a coach for a long time, almost 20 years. Down in South Carolina before I relocated to Attleboro. And I realized that the player-coach relationship sometimes is not easy. But I can tell you that all of our coaches have the purest of intentions, and all they want is the best for you as a student athlete, but their teams as well. So please be sure that you take the opportunity to thank your coaches, get some photo opportunities tonight, and be sure that they know how much that you appreciate them. Because I will tell you, I see their paychecks, and I know that they're not making a ton of money for the amount of time that they put in to be able to make our athletic program go. But last but not least, you know, I don't think that you realize the importance of the tradition that exists with this varsity jacket night. I do not know of any other school, not even in our area. I've been around schools for 35 years. I don't know of any other school where you have a booster club that works so diligently to be able to provide these jackets for their student athletes. And they remind me of the little engine that could, because it's a small yet very powerful group, and they work very hard, and all they're concerned about is just making sure that, that they can get these jackets to you and support our athletic program. So please join me in thanking our Varsity Booster Club. In closing, I just want to say that the support that was offered to you during the fall season, I would encourage you to find ways to support your other student athletes in the winter and in the spring. You know, participating in athletics in a normal high school situation is difficult because we have high academic standards here. Your families have high expectations for your behaviors, and then to be able to juggle that and sometimes part-time employment is not an easy thing. So if you're not participating in a winter sport or in a spring sport, do the best you can to try to get out and try to support your other student athletes. But once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, and again, Mr. Rooney alluded to the leadership of the Varsity Booster Club, and every month we have an opportunity to meet. And again, just the little engine that could, I guess, an analogy is very true. But the amount of time and effort and passion that Erin Croto has for the Varsity Booster Club and everything that she's done the last 15 years has been remarkable, especially under the certain circumstances that we're all under. So we'd like to introduce the Varsity Booster Club president, Erin Croto.
Sorry about that. Good evening. I'm Erin Croto. I'm president of the Varsity Booster Club. Welcome to Fall Jacket Night in person. We haven't done this in many, many seasons. It really hasn't been fun. This summer I stood in the pit and handed out jackets all by myself. It wasn't enjoyable. So I'm happy to be back. Excuse me. We also have Christine Hanrahan here today. She's our new treasurer. Our longtime treasurer, Scott Scales, has finally left us. He was here probably almost as long as I was, I think maybe 12 years. So I'd like to welcome Christine Hanrahan. And Diane, is this your second season or first? Okay, it's Diane Silva as well. She's our new secretary. I'd welcome her as well. Thank you. Basically, this is our big night. I get here, I'm nervous, I can't talk, but I want you to know how appreciative I am that everybody shows up, and I want to congratulate you all. Wear your jackets with pride. This is a huge accomplishment, so really, really enjoy it. I want to tell you a little bit about us before we get started, and then we'll move on with the show. So we purchase all these jackets. You know, they don't cost you a dime, and I think Mr. Rooney said that we're the only school in the area that does that. Excuse me. We purchase all the championship banners in the gym, and we're also able to, well, in non-COVID years, we're able to help out various teams, whether they need uniforms, equipment. It really depends on what they are asking for each year. We also award 4 scholarships every year to graduating seniors. We were still able to do that during COVID. I don't know how we did, but we were able to. We're made up all of only volunteers. The organization itself has been at the high school for decades. We haven't really nailed down the time yet, but it's been around for a very long time. The way that we purchase everything, we sell concessions. It's a big thing for us. We're at all the home football games, we're at all the home boys basketball games, and some of the home girls basketball games. In the past, we've had program that we would put out seasonally. We lost the company that did that for us just prior to COVID. That was another hit that we took. But in the last 18-plus months, we relied hugely on contributions and donations from local businesses and citizens. It's the only way that we've gotten through all this. Excuse me. I had one more. I lost it. I apologize. Oh, the biggest thing, sorry. We have, we'll be looking all year, and it's really good if someone could start soon. We're going to be needing a new president, or as we've started, we're doing co-presidents this year. It's a new thing. It's maybe a little less daunting to people who want to jump in. I've been here for 15 years, so we really need to get people on board. Both of the other presidents, myself and Nancy Block, are seniors. We're done. It's kind of sad, but we are looking for that. If we could just start spreading the word, maybe you're interested, maybe you have as many kids as I do, maybe you spread them out as far as I did, and that's why I've been here so long. But that's something to consider if you think you can take on this position. I'm done talking. Let's get on with the night. Congratulations to everybody. We're going to start with football, so I want to bring up Coach Michael Strachan.
If we could get all the football players to come over here to the left before we get started, so if you're going to get your jacket, come on over. And as they're doing that, I just, I want to reiterate what Mr. Rooney said and Mr. Houle said. This night is phenomenal. I've lived in this community my entire life. I've seen it from other areas, and for what Erin Croto does and the Booster Club for these student athletes is phenomenal. I'm honored to be part of it, and ever since I came here 9 years ago, it's something that was always something that was very special. This night that we are able to acknowledge and celebrate our athletes, and it's something that I find a lot of pride in doing every single year. So with that said, I'd also like to thank all the parents. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to coach and teach your kids. I'd also like to thank the other coaches. I see how hard it's been over the last 2 years to make all these things happen. So everybody's patience and what we've been able to accomplish as a community has been pretty inspirational for me. In this season, in a nutshell, for us was, we went through a lot of adversity early, but one thing that I can tell you about our football team this season was I loved coming here every single day. The way that they worked, the way that they loved each other, the way that they wanted to become a team. From all the injuries to the end of the season and where we ended, I couldn't have been proud of this senior class, of our captain leadership, of all of that. And for me, it's been, it was a trying year early on, and I really didn't know, what kind of team we had. And if I have to look back at the 9 years and you look back at a team, the senior leadership, the captains that we had, I was really super proud of everything that they did. But, tonight's a celebration of all the student athletes out here. And again, just to say to Erin Croto, I don't think we all realize what kind of void that's going to leave in everything that you've done, but it's been an inspiration for our Gridiron Club to what you've done in the Booster Club, and just really been proud to be part of it. So I want to just give another round of applause to Erin. So what we're going to do is, when I call your name, come on up, and when we're done, we're going to end up to the right. So we have one of our players, Brody McKenna, had an injury and he's not able to come in here. We're actually going to leave when we're done and actually going to give his jacket to him outside, because he's, I think, outside waiting somewhere for us. So we're really excited about doing that as a team, and I really appreciate the captains of coming and supporting our teammates. So with that said, our first person is Logan Briggs.
Thank you.
Ryan Dennehy. It's hard. I can't recognize them with all the masks on and stuff, so I want to make sure I get everybody right here. Jack Fitzgerald. Matt Harvey. Told him I wouldn't make fun of him because he hasn't cut his hair in 2 years, so I won't. I think his parents are going to thank me too. So we're gonna wait for Brody to the end. Aiden Pantages. Aiden Ramirez. Adrian Rivera. Jose Salguero. Derek Slater. Nathan Vera. So I'm going to take Brody McKenna's guys. If we can go out, we're going to walk out the back there, okay? And Coach Pereira is up next, but I want to thank everybody again. Thank you.
All right, good evening. On behalf of the boys soccer team, I would also like to thank the Boosters for all their work. Other than me, they spend a lot of time in this school, so I see what they do and the time they put in. And yeah, please volunteer because this is a great thing that they do, not just with the Jackets, but everything else. I want to congratulate us as a school. We have been in the Hockomock for, this is our 12th year, and this was the best year we've had with all the teams a lot of teams making the tournament. So, you know, it's pretty exciting. Again, not just the boys soccer, but the girls soccer and volleyball and field hockey. So it's great. The Hawk is probably one of the best leagues in the state, extremely difficult, and like one of the other coaches said, I think we're finally home, and we know what it takes to participate and play against these teams. So congratulations to all of you that, you know, for a really good season, one of the best. You know, it's not easy to win Hockomock championship. We haven't done it too many times, but, you know, the boys soccer, we came this close this year. COVID did not help us, but, you know, so it was great. So, you know, good job. As far as the boys soccer team, one of our goals was to make it to playoffs. We did that. We won our first game in a super exciting game against New Bedford. And as you know anything about soccer, New Bedford is always one of the top teams in the southern part of the state, and we won in penalty shots, so it was really exciting. And then we played the number 2 team in state, which is Needham, and we gave them a really good game and lost that one. Again, like I said, COVID was tough for us. We had a few of the boys, get it, and obviously when they weren't there, we lost a few games, but we still had a good season. The exciting part of all of this is that, as you will see, most of the kids that are receiving their jacket tonight, they're sophomores, so we have a really good future. They work hard. They're already doing it for next year. They're spending time, lifting and doing whatever it needs so we can be more successful next year. So all the soccer boys, if you could please come up, and we'll present it to them. Okay, starting off, who's going first? Luke, go ahead. Okay, Luke Agopian, he's a sophomore. Oh, she hasn't invited him, never mind. We can do that. All right, William Badger. Good job, Bob. William is going to do some lifting to fit into that jacket. He's looking good, though. Awesome. He's an exciting player. He's great to watch. Okay, then we have Kyle Neuendorf, also a sophomore. Good job, bud. Yeah. Tyler Rocchio. Tyler's a sophomore. He's our goalie. He had a tremendous season, and he made the Hockomock sports team. Chris Russo. Chris was a transfer. I don't usually get good transfer, but he was awesome. Good job, man. There's been a whole family of Russos. He's number 3. Okay, Toby Smith. The toughest defender you will ever meet. You couldn't tell by looking at him, but man, he's tough. Jake Stromfors. Good job, bud. Alex Vecchioli. Alex As a sophomore, he was Hockomock All-League and Hockomock Sports Team. Brady Whitmarsh. He's also one of our goalies. And next year, strike captain Lucas Martz. All right. Again, congratulations to all of you. And may I introduce the girls' soccer coach, Coach Santos.
I'm going to have our team start making their way over while I talk, so that way we're ready to keep things moving. First, I want to thank the Booster Club. This is a privilege. It's an honor to achieve and earn a varsity jacket. I still have mine. Certain times of the year I fit in it, certain times I don't. So thank you to the Booster Club for that. I also want to thank administration and athletics. It's coaching through COVID last year and what we had to do to make things happen this year. It's been a challenge, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of learning to live on the fly with things changing day to day. And it takes a lot of communication. I know since I've started coaching 11 years, the way we communicate has really gone way up, and COVID has made that expectation of communication that much more. Players, make sure you thank your families, thank your parents, thank the family members that help you get to practice, make things happen. I know for us, and you could see it in the team this year, it started with that whole team first mentality, but it also resonated with the parents on that we're here to support the team and we're here to back you, opening up their houses to do team dinners, making doughboys for senior nights, all the little things, the little rides to practice, I forgot my coat, I forgot my jersey, all that stuff. I really appreciate that, so thank you parents for all your support in that. Now on to the season. We finished with our best record since I've been coaching here, 11 years. We qualified for the tournament for the first time since we've been in the Hockomock League, which coaching the years in the Hockomock League, it's really tough. Like Coach Pereira said, it's a challenge. And you have to win the games you're supposed to win, and you got to hope to sneak a couple points against these really good teams. And what I think we did this year across most of our sports is we kind of closed the gap on some of these teams that are always really successful and up top, and certain teams down here. Attleboro is moving its way up here, so let's get there and stay there. Like I said, with our team, we found our identity at the right time. Right towards the end of the season, we started buying into the strategies, playing tough, and always had that team first mentality. And everyone went out there, battled, executed. We knew it started with defense first, and we put the sacrifice, we put the time, we put the work. So I'm really proud of this team. And the good news is a lot of them are coming back next year, so we are still relatively young. So we got a lot to prove next year. I also want to talk about the team last year. I feel like last year not having a jacket night, the senior group that I had last year, and with COVID really kind of got deprived, but their leadership and their work ethic resonated in them, and this team was that much more successful earlier because of their support. So that was important to mention. So congratulations, wear those jackets with pride, all right? Bethany Alves, come on up. I played soccer with Bethany's dad way back in '96.
Thanks, Coach.
Let's see, Jillian Amaya. Lindsay Anastasia. Jamie Davies. Jamie's mom also played soccer and graduated in '96. Kaylin Gray. Ava Palazzo. Last but not least, Allison Rebello. I will now hand the microphone over to Coach Antunes in field hockey.
Good evening. Like the other coaches have said, I think this season was really dramatically different for us than it was last season for obvious reasons. But the biggest takeaway for me was the change in our game. Our entire field hockey game last year shifted. We played a different formation. We played with much less numbers on the field. So I feel like a lot of the beginning of this season for our team is kind of re-identifying who we were on the field. And really what I saw the teammates and the players bring to the table was just this like sense of selflessness, this willing to do whatever it took for their team to get stronger and better and be more successful. This season was unprecedented. We finished with an 11-6-2 record, making it to the postseason quicker than we ever had. We scored 61 goals this season, which was the second most in our league. We had 8 shutouts, and we only allowed 29 goals throughout the duration of the season. The trend of first didn't stop there. We ranked in the Hawk 5 top 3 multiple times throughout the season, and we remained there for most of our season. All of these accomplishments could not have happened without the girls sitting before us who are receiving their jackets tonight. These athletes worked so hard to earn this prestigious right to wear these jackets and wear them with pride. As a coach, I'm so proud of these young women and all of the love, sweat, and tears they put into this program. Before I call them up, I would like to thank Mr. Rooney, Mrs. Cuffrey, Mr. Hool, and Mr. Dunn for their unwavering support. I'd also like to extend a huge thank you to the Varsity Booster Club, who have worked tremendously hard to make Jacket Night a reality this year for these deserving athletes. So I'd like to invite up the field hockey team who are receiving their jackets tonight. All right. First up, Olivia Bissett. Megan Ferreira. Congratulations, Megan. Siobhan Landers. Congratulations. Chloe Newman. Congratulations. Abigail Owens. Congratulations, Abby. Paige Parento. stage. Next up would be Audrey Sears, who's not here tonight. And last but not least, Marley Young. Congratulations. All right, next I'd like to call up volleyball coach, Coach Rooney.
Hi everyone, I'm Coach Rooney. I'm going to be recognizing the girls from the volleyball team tonight. But before I do that, I do want to just kind of talk briefly about our program this season. The volleyball team had its best season in over a decade this year. I think that it's important to note that our success as a program would have been nowhere near possible without the support of Mr. Hull, the whole athletic department, the parents, and the fans. Volleyball is such a game of momentum and energy, and if you ever walked into the gym at any point during a volleyball game, I thank you because you seriously contributed to our success this season. As a program, we were able to finish in the Hockomock top 5, which is really such an accomplishment. I know that many of the other coaches have said how difficult the Hawk is, and it really is a tremendous achievement for us to be recognized in the top 5. We were also able to qualify for the state tournament and play down the road at Fian, which was really exciting for us. But really, I have so much gratitude for the players being recognized tonight. I have acknowledged the potential of this program for many, many years, and the success of this season was not built just this year. The players being recognized put forth so much effort every single day, every single practice, not just this season, but for the extent to which they were in this program. I think that their commitment, their hard work, and their dedication each day through the highs of the season and through the lows of the season are the reason that we were so successful this season, not just through the wins, but also through the losses. I think that there's a lot to be learned when a team is not performing as well as they know that they are capable of. So I really appreciate all the effort that you guys have put in to not only contribute to our success this season, but also for the future, because we are certainly not done yet. So if the volleyball girls could come up and be recognized. And we'll try to go in alphabetical order. Okay. First up, we have senior Ellie Amaral. Congrats, Ellie. Next, we have junior Tegan Bombardier. Sophomore Natalie Brojek could not be here tonight, so next we will go over to junior Brianna Frisora. Congrats, Brianna. Next we have senior Selena Lugo. Next, we have Karina Lugo, who's also a senior, sorry. Congrats. And last but certainly not least, senior Kate Petroso. Thank you to the Booster Club for providing these jackets for the girls, and wear them with pride, ladies. Next, we will have the cheer coach, Coach Marino.
Thanks for being here tonight. I'd like to just start off by thanking the Booster Club for purchasing these jackets every single year for our athletes. Mine is still in, I still have mine, it's in my closet. And I say every year I should wear it here and I always forget. But thank you so much. I know my girls love wearing theirs at the Chili football games and on the bus rides to the basketball games in the winter. So thank you so much. And for everyone else here tonight receiving one, wear it with pride and remember all of the hard work that you put into receiving it. So just a little bit about our season. It was a difficult year. And I feel like every year I come up and I'm like, this was awesome. And it was awesome. But it was tough at first. I felt like every week we had a different injury. And with cheerleading, when you have an injury, you are changing the entire routine around. So instead of week to week going in and just improving our routine that we learned in August, we were just constantly changing our routine, and it was tough. And these girls definitely put in a lot of work, and it was difficult. And I felt like they couldn't catch a break, but the season it ended up tremendous, and I'm so proud of you guys. We went into regionals. Well, we qualified for regionals from the Hockomock League. We got 4th at that competition. And like all the other coaches have said here tonight, the Hockomock League is very, very, very tough. It's a very tough division. The teams in the league are just hard to compete with. And you guys just did an amazing job this year. They got 4th at leagues. They qualified for regionals, and then at regionals, we basically were just going in, just hoping for a bid to states, which you need in cheerleading. You need a score of an 80 or higher. And not only did these girls get an 80, they got an 89, which is huge in cheerleading. So they got 3rd in the region, and it was a very difficult task to do, but they did it. And I'm so proud of you guys. And not only that, they moved on to the state championship, and they did another amazing performance, and they got 4th in the state. And they also received their bid to nationals and will be representing Attleboro in March in Florida. So. So what started as a difficult year, which, we thought was going to be a building year, it wasn't at all. And it was a great comeback story. So I'm so proud of every single one of you guys, and I'm so excited for winter season. Our season isn't over. We cheer in the winter too. So we're just getting started again, and follow our journey to Florida, and hopefully we will, represent Massachusetts with pride and come back with a good title. So first up, we have Madison Bradshaw. Okay. And we can't hug, so just know that this fist pump is full of love. Next up, we have Lily Danko. Next up, Madison DeFlaminis. Congratulations, Maddie.
Thank you.
Jessica Fernandez. Congratulations. Tatiana Morales. See, injuries after injuries. Congratulations, Tati. And last but not least, we have Kayleese Williams. And thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you again to the Booster Club. Next up, I am going to introduce Coach Bailey.
so I took over for Coach Ty as the head coach for the cross-country team. All the athletes I have here today did a phenomenal job this season. They had a great cross-country season, and I'm very proud of them. Can you guys come up here? So the first athlete I would like to introduce is Taylor D. Cristofano. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
Came in second today, give her a hand.
All right, next athlete is Michael Jennison. Next athlete is John Mahoney. Next athlete is Reed Thompson. Okay, and last but not least, Luke Wenner. All right, I want to thank you for the Attleboro Varsity Booster Club. Thank you.
So we did have an indoor track meet today, and my report is that the boys got their first win of the season. Congratulations, boys. And we did have a couple of student athletes that did come in a few minutes late today, so we do want to recognize a football player who was competing today at the track meet, and he's here now, Isaiah Torre. Congratulations. Isaiah is a senior member of our football team. Congratulations, Isaiah. I think you've heard a lot about the accomplishments this year, and we certainly are very proud of our student athletes, and I think the coaches said it well. For me to stand up here and say it all, instead, I think it's really nice that they recognize the accomplishments that the student athletes had this year, and the quality of opponents that we do play. No different, and in the last 11 seasons we've been in the Hockomock League, but I think we're starting to really figure out what it takes to compete in this league, and I'm very proud of our coaches for pushing themselves and pushing the programs forward. So nice job again to the coaches and the student athletes for their really well played fall season. And our last team that we're recognizing is our golf team. Our golf team, same thing, very competitive season this year, did very well. We had a lot of senior golfers this year, so we were able to keep some younger kids, hopefully to move forward and take the spot of some of the seniors that are graduating. And I know Coach Bray is very excited about his future because of the seniors have really laid the groundwork down to say what it takes to compete at a high level in golf as well. So unfortunately, Coach couldn't be here today because of the change of the time of the varsity jackets, but he certainly shares his wishes with his team and his program and his parents. I was fortunate my son was on the golf team this year. He took up golf during the COVID years when you couldn't do anything, and he was fortunate enough to be able to compete, and I was able to get over there sometimes and watch the boys and the girls compete for Attleboro High School, and I was very proud of them. I would take any of them on my team if I was going to do a scramble, I'll tell you that. because I don't typically, I'm not really a good golfer, okay. So if I could have the boys who are receiving jackets for golf just come over to my left, that would be great. And the first athlete receiving his jacket for golf is Ryan Hill. Good job, Ryan. Congratulations. Our next golfer, Dane Holsky. Good job, Dane. Congratulations, man. Great season. And our next golfer was one of 2 league all-stars for us this year. Brendan Raymond was a league all-star, and he was also a state finalist for golf. But Leo Lombardo was also a league all-star, and in golf, that is pretty spectacular. So congratulations, Leo Lombardo. Just happen to have your plaque. What? I have your plaque too. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, buddy. Okay, once again, you know, a great night to be able to do this in person. Not knowing what this was going to look like, we had to delay it because of the shipping of the jackets and like everything else. You know, in this world right now, it's a little bit different. But the resiliency of the Varsity Booster Club to say, hey, let's push it back a couple of weeks, and thank Ryan and Sons, Bob Ryan. If you get over there and support Bob, you know, he could use it as well. And he was able to get it to get the jackets to us in as best he could in a timely manner to be able to get this before the holidays. So I want to thank Bob Ryan too from Ryan and Sons. Let's give him a hand too.